to the Mindfulness Broadcast. Well, I wanted to talk today, and I'm going to be a little bit more real because I know all of you really well. And here's my setting is that I'm in a park, a public park, as you know, because I have to drop my kiddo off and then hurry up and run over here. I'm in slippers because I got out of the house super late this morning. My hair is undone and brushed. It's been a while since I've showered this week. It's just been a week. This has been a week of lots of goodness. I've got tweens and the Halloween, we're into the kickoff here, and every day there's a party and a new costume. And last week was Spirit Week, and my daughter had a 13th birthday last weekend, and there's a new party every day that has to unfold, and we're moving into the holidays and lots of goodness. And also the season is changing, and it's dark, and it's foggy where I am, and I just know I'm entering into a season where mentally it's a bit more challenging for me. I'm definitely could live on a warm sandy beach kind of gal. I know I'm triggered by all the candy and the processed sugar and the red dye number, whatever that's going into my kiddos when I'm not able to knock it out of their hand. I'm triggered by the consumerism of the holidays, and also I work in a world where I'm working with a lot of under-resourced people, and the little structure and resource that is in place is challenging and at risk and crumbling. And so I know you didn't come on here to hear all of this, but it's also just real. It's just real. And this morning, as I sat in the car with my son, we were waiting for the bus, and we have to go into this other little town to wait for the bus, and it's dark, and it's foggy, and we've been watching every morning the people now, as the season has changed, they've got lights on, and their little dogs have blinking lights on and vests and all these things that they've put in place to still stay healthy, stay moving, and stay safe, knowing that the season is changing and winter is coming. And it made me think this morning about how we can do that for ourselves. And I happened to have my little safety light on because I had to get to where all the stuff my son needed for school for costume day number 5 at school, and find all of those things in the darkness. And it just made me think about how we tend to ourselves when we know, I'm going to say, the darkness is coming. When we know, now sometimes we find ourselves in darkness and it was not planned for and we didn't know it was coming. But there are also dark periods of our lives or seasons of our lives where we know we will be more triggered, or we know we will be more challenged, or we know we will be less resourced. And so the walkers who are out at 6 a.m. walking in the dark and in the fog, how can we put things on ourselves and in ourselves and prepare ourselves to be better resourced in those seasons of our lives? Whether that, as I drove and was thinking about that and kind of preparing for this, for me, thinking about, I love tea at night, warm tea. It's like a warm hug. It feels really good for me. And so I want to go get more tea for myself to give myself that just comfort at night or in the morning, or how I can go into my schedule right now and see what are some things that I could move around or bunch together, or see if I could play with my schedule at all to create a bit more space to support myself. Who do I want to spend some time with right now, or who do I want to spend less time with right now, because that is better for my soul and keeps me safe. And it's like putting on my little safety light in a season where I know I need more support. And so we're going to use our practice this morning to kind of sit in that space and for you to think about how do you tend to your own well-being when you know you need it, when you know you need to put more structure in place to feel more whole and to protect yourself and to feel more resourced. So with that, I'm going to turn off my light. I also forgot my earbuds, so I'm hoping you can all hear me today. So I'll kind of speak up a little bit more. Close your eyes or just find a soft gaze and just wrap yourself this morning as you go into this place of mindfulness in a big space of grace. Just allowing for life to look messy sometimes. Allowing for the darker periods. Knowing that they are part of our experience and of our existence. Grace in our struggle. Grace in our emotions. Grace with our triggers and our challenges. Just allowing space and grace to be all around you. And you may not be having the same disheveled week that I am having, but you will at some point. And so you can kind of tuck this practice away for when those moments arise. And find your breath this morning. Breathing in and breathing out. Knowing and being comforted by the consistency of this breath. That it's there supporting us without any work on our end, that we don't have to do a thing. And just finding it and noticing it. And allowing it to deepen. Breathing in. Breathing out. Naming whatever experience you're having. It might be emotionally, physically, or so forth. I'm tired. I'm frustrated. I'm scared. Whatever that is for you. And knowing that it might also be at the exact same time, I'm grateful. I hold joy. We can be so much at once. So just allow yourself to name all that is present. And then with curiosity and through the lens of solutions and possibility, think about what supports are or can be in place for you as you move through darker seasons. And again, I think about those joggers and walkers I see in the morning, those lights that they put on to be seen, to be safe. What are the things that you can do or are already doing that act as those beacons for you? They don't have to cost money, they don't have to take up loads of time. And if you find yourself getting stuck on, well, I can't because, just note that and move into what is possible. What version of that is possible? What keeps you safe? What keeps you cared for? And now imagine yourself with those things. Imagine yourself moving through the challenge or the darkness, and you are gracefully caring for yourself. That we're not just getting through it, but that we're tending to ourselves and to our humanity. And as we begin to close the practice, find your breath again. This consistent friend that's always supporting us through all the consistent inconsistencies that life brings. And we'll exit the same way we entered the practice, which is to surround yourself with grace and space. It's only in our ability to do this for ourselves that we can also do this for others. And when you're ready, slowly open your eyes and come back together. Thank you, friends. Thanks for being here.